Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today's February 19th, and right now we are looking at the infrared satellite imagery. Got a frontal system rolling through the state right now, bringing some rainfall and some mountain snows out there, some gusty winds. We'll take a look at those details. We'll take a look at the extended forecast as always as we go through the video here this morning. Taking a look at the Doppler radar, so I'm going to pause it right there and you can see where we are. Some of the slight rain just now approaching some of the Bay Area, Sacramento Valley, more rainfall across northwest California as we speak, in the mountains. Snow is starting to ramp up a bit here across some of the Cascades and the northern Sierra Nevada. Some of that could get down towards the central and even some of the southern Sierra Nevada could get a little bit of snow out of the system. It's not a lot, but we'll definitely take whatever we can get. Looking at Southern California, you can see the marine layer bouncing around a little bit there, but largely absent here across much of Southern California. You see some sunshine across some of the desert areas and some mid and high level clouds streaming across the region. If you look closely, you can see the snow-capped Sierra Nevada underneath some of those mid and high level clouds there as well. Now, if you want a nice affordable home weather station, record this crazy weather we get across the state of California. It's even got a UV index sensor on it as well, and it does its own forecast for you. Help support the channel. Click on the link down below to save 10% off. And we've got some wind gusts coming in here for some of Southern California as well, and for much of the state. I'll show you that here in the high resolution model in a moment. But these are going to turn offshore a bit here as we go through Thursday. And it's going to be a little bit of Santa Ana wind action, but I don't want to scare anybody. It's not going to be the sinister stuff that we saw earlier this season. Now, taking a look here at the composite reflectivity, and you can see some of the snowfall across the higher terrain, some of that light rain across the Bay Area, maybe some moderate rain at times across the Sacramento Valley, and then you can see the snow flying across some of the central Sierra Nevada, and then that system moves out of here. And then we've got another system. It's going to brush maybe some areas of Northern California as we go towards the end of the week and on in through the weekend. But if we look at total snow Kachira ratio in inches, I'll scroll through this fairly quickly. And you can see we are getting some decent amounts, especially, some west areas of Lake Tahoe there and across some of the higher terrain. And some of that trying to sneak down into the Sierra Nevada there as well. Hopefully we can get a few inches. We will definitely take that. Now, looking at 80-meter wind speed, put this into motion, and you can see the winds really pick up as we go through this afternoon across the Sierra Nevada. You can see them pick up across some of the transverse range, the desert areas as we go through this evening and tonight. Northerly winds start down across Nevada as we go through tomorrow morning. You can see these start to push all the way out of the north across some of the inland areas, and then it starts to turn northeasterly across Southern California. So, yeah, we are going to dry things out a bit here and bring some Santa Ana winds as we go towards the end of the week. Shouldn't be too exceptionally strong, but maybe some local moderate Santa Ana wind conditions here as we go on in through the day Thursday and into Friday coming up there. You can see the strong north winds. Also, watch out, high profile vehicles traveling back and forth on the interstates. Accumulated 10-meter max wind gusts, so just kind of pointing things out that we are not looking at exceptionally strong Santa Ana winds. Maybe some local gusts 50 plus. You can see places near Tehachapi across the higher terrain. There's some gusty winds from 40, 45 mile per hour gusts across some of the desert areas. Nothing too crazy though. If we take a look at relative humidity, you'll see things dry off a bit here as we go towards the end of the week and kind of see as we go through Friday, the lower relative humidity is there. So there is going to be some fire danger, but this is not really the high-end stuff that we dealt with earlier in the season yet again. Now, looking at the GFS, kind of scrolling through here. There goes the system today, and then we get a break until about Friday night, Saturday, a little bit clipping Northern California, Northwest California getting some rainfall, but the Pacific Northwest really under the gun as we go through the early portion of next week. We'll see what this frontal system does. Maybe we can get that to trend a little bit further south here. It's not looking good for Southern California though with that system, and you can kind of see we're in this deficit of precipitation here as we go on in towards the end of the month and on into the early portion of March on the GFS. Let me show you what the artificial intelligence European model is showing there also. There goes today's system. And then again, kind of these systems clipping Northern California. We'll see how far again that system gets as we go through Monday night into Tuesday. The European model does show a little bit better chances for some precipitation, but not overall. Looking at strong, systems moving through the state of California, maybe some inside slider stuff. But as we go on in through March, some of the signal out there is that we may start to get a bit more active again. I'll show you that here in a moment. Quickly, I'll run through the artificial intelligence, and you can kind of see on its 15-day outlook here, it does show some into Southern California, but this is not a lot of precipitation, as you can see. Definitely bigger amounts across Northwest California. Now, if we look all the way out into the extended forecast. I'm clicking day at a time here. We're going towards the end of the month, and you can see things maybe starting to change up there as we get towards early March, and we'll see how that goes. But what I want to point out is this signal has been pretty persistent as we go through the early and mid portion of March. It shows some troughing here, may start to bring some more active weather. We're probably going to get some type of activity here as we go through the month at March if I had to wager a bet on that. We can kind of see this through the end of the month as well. So hopefully this is on to something and we can get a couple active periods and continue some precipitation across the region as we head on in towards springtime. Here's the 6 to 10 day, below normal across a lot of the southwest. Again, 6 to 10 day, 8 to 14 day west coast. Not looking too hot there, and the above average conditions likely to persist on in towards the early portion of March. There's the snow water equivalent. We're below median right now, so I'm kind of crossing my fingers hoping we can get some additional systems as we go in through March and April. New drought monitor will be coming out tomorrow. So anyway, hope you guys are enjoying the channel. Click like and subscribe. I will talk to you all again tomorrow, and I'll see you then.